Yeah. What do you say about his
430 yards of total offense, counted for 5 touchdowns. Very, very gutty performance. Made plays when we had to. I thought our receivers stepped up, made some big plays. We were able to catch in advance. We talked about playing complementary football in all 3 phases. We gave them 14 points in the first half, but then you go on and outscore a good football team 35-7. Speaks volumes.
What did that pass to Smith that ended up being a 39-yard touchdown reception? What did that mean to Dobbs, and what did that mean to this team in general to get that first score?
Well, also I believe it was on a 4th down call as well. And, it was interesting. I was at a high school football game this week, and I was with Josh Smith, and it's one of the most rewarding times I've had, just standing there and talking to him. And we talked about our team and how hard we've worked, and he kept saying, "It's coming, coach, it's coming, coach." And, he had to flip his hips, open his hips. Ball was thrown a little bit behind him, and then he finished it, and that really created some momentum for us. And, again, we finally had some individuals step up in key moments of the game and make critical plays at critical stages of the game. And Josh has been very consistent all year.
Sorry, can you talk about just the decision to go for those 2 4th downs? Was that kind of a desperation feeling there? What's the thought process on the 2 4th downs?
Had confidence in the calls that we had. I thought, where we were at on the field at the point of the game, it was a gut feeling, just a gut feeling that I had, and made those decisions. But it's really on the kids. They executed both 4th down conversions to really gain some momentum for us, and all the credit goes to them. They did a great job of executing, and I can't say enough about the job our offensive line did. That's a talented group when you watch their 3rd down defense and, the sacks that they've had, and the different looks that they have, and then, a gritty performance, and then you have to throw 2 true freshmen in there as well. Just remarkable.
You said nobody flinched, but when Georgia took that punt back, they ended up picking the flag up and waving it up. What's the mood like on the sideline? Was it
business as usual? Just snap and clear and move on, and that's what we talked about. We talked about, being a 4th quarter game, and we joked, but 16 overtimes if it took that many. And that was kind of the mindset. And, the other thing I think really set the temperament and the mood was all of our former players coming back, and from Trey Teague eating dinner, and he said, "Hey, Coach, this is the time that you need us." Deion Grant coming and spoke to the team last night. The numerous text messages of support from Peyton, from everybody. Vol for Life's really came out and supported this football team. And I know that meant a lot. I know it meant a lot to our players and having them on our sideline as well. And, the NFL players right now that are on a bye week and them coming, I think that speaks volumes for them being here as well.
I saw Dave hug you on the field after the game. What did he say?
I don't even remember. I think it was, just the resiliency of the kids. And that's what it's all about. It's all about our players. They were rewarded a little bit tonight. And the biggest joy is watching them, having them be able to go to the band and celebrate. And our fan base, we've been through so much in the last few weeks. But it's all about the kids and just seeing the look in their eye and their resiliency. And that's what it was about.
Is there a way to quantify how badly the program needed this?
You always need to win. That's what it is. But when these players have given so much of themselves and the chemistry that we have and the brotherhood and the togetherness and, everybody talking about having each other's back. And, like I said earlier, it's galvanized us and it's brought us closer. And just for them to feel this way tonight and our fans to feel this way is very rewarding.
Did you guys about the significance of that touchdown right before they had to cut it to 7, and then what the locker room was like at that point?
When we hit Elvin on the flat route off a sprint out, and that was one thing, getting on the board. I believe cutting it to 24-10 with Josh Smith's play, but then our kickoff team doing a great job of forcing a fumble, and then it's one thing to get the fumble, but it's to capitalize on that and turn it into 7 points. I thought that was, Jimmy, the most critical stage of the game in terms of we couldn't come away with 3 points. You know, we needed to get 7 points. And, you know, the players came in and they believed. It was business, make some halftime adjustments, business as usual, very workmanlike approach. But, you know, our kids they weren't going to be denied. You could see that look in their eye.
With your mind
On that
and
last play there, can you walk us through kind of what you saw in that? It looked like maybe Randolph got a hand on the ball. Kind of what you were looking at in your emotions watching that play?
Well, I was trying to watch everything. You know, the key is to you know, to try to get pressure on the quarterback, and we were able to do that, and then you know, force the throw and just go up and play the ball in the air and get it out, and then I was just hoping that the time would run out.
Butch, did you guys call the game differently with Dobbs at all, or do you feel like you guys did everything you've been doing so far this
Yeah,
season?
yeah, pretty much the same. Different wrinkles just based on the different bear front and 4-down fronts that they give and some blitz patterns, but philosophically it was pretty much the same.
You just kind of discussed it, his toughness. I mean, those weren't 118 yards, and it wasn't like he was, you know.
For Josh?
Yes, I mean, a lot of it between the
Yeah.
tackles, it looked like, and he was, you know, seemed determined.
Josh willed our offense to score points. We had a lot of individuals tonight will this football team to win. And, you know, he made the throws when he had to, made the plays with the legs, got us in the right plays at the line of scrimmage. But our whole football team was poised, calm, and collected the entire night. There was, like I said, and I mean that, there was no flinching. The game was slow. Everyone was poised. Everybody was confident, and everybody was encouraging. And that was great to see. I think we grew up a little bit tonight.
Butch, I know you touched on it a little bit, but can you touch up a little bit more on what the look and Chance and Jack's eyes having, you know, this is their first big time competition outside of Western Carolina.
Excited. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, or any of those moments. You know, they've had very, very good weeks of preparation and practice, and our older players have done a good job of mentoring them, and they knew that they were one snap away of playing in this game. And they just, is business-like, that, you know, they had been in the program for years. They just stepped up, very calm, very poised. You know, a lot of times when youngsters go in there, you get false start penalties and pre-snap penalties and missed assignments and all that, and they didn't have that tonight. They played like a veteran group.
Take two more. What through your mind, and how did you see your players react when that Reggie Davis dropped that touchdown pass late in the game?
You know, that's the breaks of football. We've had many of those go against us, and it's like I tell our football team all the time, is the more you play hard, the harder you play, the more the ball will bounce in your arms. And that's just the way the football is. It's not a round ball. And so it's going to take its bounces. But if you just keep believing and you play with great effort and great togetherness, you will be rewarded in football. And we got a few of those breaks tonight.
For you personally, where does this one win, and is it possible that with a bye week you extend the 24-hour period to celebrate?
Well, it is nice to have a bye week. We're pretty banged up, so we need that. And it's been a long journey for 6 games, but it's never about me. Everything is about our players and our football program and everyone associated with our football program and our great fan base. And, you know, I work for them. And obviously we've been through a lot the last couple of weeks. It's hurt. We all bled together. Still a long, long season. It's just one win, but it was well needed for everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.